Thank you for allowing me to speak. My name is David Clapp, and I'm on 87 John Street in Newport. I don't know how I follow some of these prior discussions. Mine is a little bit more academic in terms of, and less emotional in terms of what has come about the square. I give you, and I submit it for public record, a letter from the Rhode Island Department of Environmental Management. It was written from the management to the city manager and to the mayor of Newport. It was arrived in your city hall at November 21st on 2011. It was written by a gentleman, Joseph Martella II, senior engineer, Rhode Island DEM Office of Waste Management. And I showed this letter to Mayor Sardella because I thought he would be interested in the kind of the potential repercussions of what a letter like this and a notification of this might mean to the city. And his suggestion, which I'm doing, is putting this into the public record. Mr. Martella's letter is 4 or 5 pages long. I hope you'll let me condense it to a point where it's a reasonable read. Starts out something like this. On November 3rd, 2011, the department received, his department, DEM, received a telephone call from a concerned citizen regarding the city of Newport's proposed plan to redevelop a portion of Queen Anne Square located between Thames Street and Trinity Church. The caller alleged that prior to the square's development in the 1970s, a dry cleaner operated on the property. The caller recalled visiting a relative's home near the property and observing drums of what he identified as toxic chemicals outside the dry cleaner's building. He also alleged that when the square was developed, soil contaminants with dry cleaning chemicals was left in place and covered up. Based on the department's experience with dry cleaners, the department meaning DEM Rhode Island, with dry cleaners throughout the state, it is not uncommon to find contamination in the environment in the vicinity of dry cleaners. While the department does not have a file on the subject site at Queen Anne Square, an inquiry of department staff working during the same time period of the alleged release corroborated what the concerned citizen had said regarding the former presence of a dry cleaner on the site, the discovery of cleaning solvents in the site soil, and the encapsulation of contaminated soil underneath the proposed park. The dual purpose of this letter is to inform you of the concerns raised regarding the city's property and to inquire if there is anyone currently working for the city with knowledge or history of the property or any available information resulting from the performance of a due diligence investigation to evaluate the environmental quality of the site. If the property had been used for disposal of toxic chemicals in the past, there may still be chemicals present in the ground and the groundwater. Depending upon the nature and current concentration of those chemicals, should they exist, there may be potential for exposure to users of the property as construction or maintenance workers. If at this time the environmental quality of the soil and the groundwater at the property has not been evaluated, the department strongly recommends that an environmental assessment of the property be performed before proceeding with any further development plans. Mr. Martella included an addendum to this. It's basically rules and regs, DEM, Rhode Island, and this is the point that he highlighted. When a site that is known to be contaminated or is suspected of being contaminated based upon past use is considered for possible reuse as the location of a school, child care facility, or as a recreational facility for the public use, The person proposing such reuse shall, prior to the establishment of a final scope of investigation for the site, and after the completion of all appropriate inquiries, hold a public meeting for the purposes of obtaining information about the conditions at the site and the environmental history of that site. Bullet point: no work, remediation, or construction shall be permitted at the property until the public meeting and comment period regarding the site's proposed reuse has closed, except where the director determines that such work is necessary to mitigate and prevent an imminent threat to public health, public safety, or the environment, off-site migration of known or suspected contamination, meaning into the bay. So,
Thanks a lot.
absolutely. Thank you for letting me.